My name is Duddits, Adult Builds and Stuff. Today's video is going to be about an exotic shotgun that is absolutely rinsing stuff this season. With all the void stuff going on, the Slayer's Fang feels absolutely immense. Bish, bash, bosh, you've got volatile pings left, right and the centre. The Slayer's Fang was available to get this last season, or last episode. Pairing it up with enough backup plans, this combo was good and it's even better this season. Absolutely destroys GM champions and GM bosses, and like I said at the beginning of the video, with all the volatile stuff going on this season, it just feels absolutely insane. So the video is going to be around Slayer's Fang. I've got a little prismatic build, pairing it up with no backup plans for some absolutely humongous damage. So stay with me, I'll break the full video down. So we'll start off with the Slayer's Fang. Night Sworn Sight, dealing final blows to targets, grants Night Sworn Sight. During that time, final blows grant true sight, reload speed and precision damage is increased, and submunitions weaken targets. So when you've got Night Sworn Sight active, you get a 15% damage increase on your precision damage, and you also get a 15% weakening debuff on top of that, so you actually get a 30% damage increase, which is absolutely huge. You also got the perk on the Heart Piercer. Rounds from this weapon shatter into submunitions on impact, strong against overload champions. So it basically splits off when you do like loads of little laser damage. It pings everywhere, really good against overload champions. And it's also got some craftable catalyst you can put on there as well. I'm not going to go through every single one, but Repulsor Brace Refit is by far the best one. Defeating a void debuff target, which works perfectly with the Night Sworn Sight, gives you an overshield. So you can see in this clip I've got a kill and my Night Sworn Sight is active. You're going to see all them targets sort of glistening. That's the true sight, and your precision damage is increased, and you're applying a weakening effect. And this season, with all the volatile stuff going on, with the Heart Piercer perk, you're going to get weakening volatile explosions left, right and centre, and also put out some serious damage. Now Volatile Marksman, Rapid Void Precision Hits and Rapid Void Final Blows grant volatile rounds, so you're going to give yourself volatile rounds on your shotgun, and then all them volatile detonations will grant you class ability energy. Malign Harvest, rapidly applying volatile, causes your next instance of void weapon damage to create a weakening burst. And then also applying Weaken also provides a small void overshield, which is again very important for a bit later on in the video. And then you've also got Void Flux, defeating weakened targets with a void weapon, applies volatile to nearby targets. Powerful targets increase the radius of this explosion. So you've basically got volatile explosions, you've got your shattering submunitions from the Still Piercer just popping off, and everything's into a purple mess. It is literally a purple cloud of volatile explosions. Just look at it, it's absolutely disgusting, and it just feels absolutely amazing this season. Very, very good. Obviously, I'm just showing you some in a standard loss sector. I've got GM gameplay coming, don't worry, and some master loss sectors as well. For an exotic, probably the best thing you can pair with it is no backup plans, because while you have a Void Super equipped, rapid shotgun final blows or defeating powerful combatants with a shotgun will grant you a void overshield and start health regeneration. And whenever you have a void overshield, shotguns deal additional damage. You get a 35% damage increase with no backup plans when you've got a void overshield, plus that 30% extra damage you get from the Night Sworn Sight. Shotguns deal additional damage, and final blows refresh the overshield. It also provides a small benefit to shotgun airborne effectiveness. So getting an overshield is crucial for your damage with this build with no backup plans. Getting an overshield is very, very easy. A double kill, because that's you're going to be overshield from your backup plans, but here's all the other ways you can get an overshield to keep your damage going. Shield throw, hurl your void shield towards a target. This is going to give you an overshield every time it hits a target. Facet of Purpose, picking up an orb of power. Because we're on a void subclass, this will also give you an overshield. You've also got Malign Harvest, applying Weaken provides a small void overshield, which you could do just with the shotgun. And then you've also got Repulsor Brace Refit, defeating a void debuff target grants an overshield. So straight away, straight off the bat, with all of them things going on one way or another, whether you could proc one at a time or all together, you can easily keep a Void Overshield. Now, obviously the Void Overshield, like we've discussed, gives you a 35% damage increase as a bare minimum, but the other thing with Void Overshields as well, without really having to say, it's absolutely massive damage reduction. It's 150 HP as far as I know. These Void Shields, Overshields are absolutely nuts for survivability, and you're going to get an absolute crap ton of damage, and you've got volatile rounds pinging left, right and centre, causing bursts everywhere. Prismatic, couple of things that work really nicely. Drenger's Lash, activating your barricade ability, creates a ripple which suspends. You've also got Diamond Lance, because these two work perfectly together. Whenever you kill something with an ability, it's going to give you a Diamond Lance which you can pick up and throw. So you can literally get your Overshield very, very easily from your double kill with that. And then you'll also notice I'm creating Tangles as well as Diamond Lances, because Drenger's Lash is a debuff from Strand. So you create Tangles, which we'll go into in a moment, which you can use as well. But just having the Diamond Lance and the Drenger's Lash is absolute control. It is pure domination. You can literally control spawns in any endgame activity with these two aspects equipped. Now, why I said Tangles, because you're going to suspend things with your Drenger's Lash. You can also use your Tangles to sever targets this season as well. Severing targets is a minimum 40% outgoing damage reduction. So you're going to have all them Overshields going from your backup plans and all the other things you've seen. And we can sever things quite easily via the Drenger's Lash and Tangles. So it's just an added bonus to the build. It's not absolutely crucial, but it's a cheeky little bonus. So basically, I've just got maybe like a minute or two of just sort of showing you everything working together. The control, the pure sort of control of the build with the Drenger's Lash. You've also got loads and loads of damage reduction via your Overshields, and you've got a weapon that can easily dispose of champions in any activity. And again, this is like the 2050 lost sector now. I stepped it up, and the volatile explosions, the weakening effects, them Overshields that you're getting from that is just a really nice added bonus. I fully believe that Slayer's Fang this season is probably one of the most underrated weapons. I urge you to get this out of your vault if you've not used it this season. It is absolutely amazing. The other thing that I've not really talked about too much, again, I stated it in the first few minutes of the video, Overload Champions. It's just got inbuilt Overload, which is extremely useful for pretty much any activity. Now, don't forget, Overload actually exhausts as well this season. But basically, it's not just against Overload champions, it's any enemies, even like the tanky targets. You're going to be easily able to apply exhaust by disrupting combatants. Obviously, the shotgun has got Overload built in, so great for all enemies, not just Overloads. Just having that exhaust option on the fly, and it feels really, really good. I've just got a couple more clips of a couple of different lost sectors to show you the survivability. Again, 2050 ones. I know these Pearl Heart ones are a bit of a pain in the body. They're very, very tricky sometimes, but I was able just to run around, keep the Overshield going. You got your volatile stuff going on. Really, really nice. Quite a lot of survivability with them Void Overshields, as I mentioned, and being able to put out damage and just being able to overload, exhaust champions and other enemies on the fly. Just feels all together, all in one sort of build. Very, very nice. I did do an all Void Titan build, which also works very nice, but I just think the amount of Overshields that you get this season, Prismatic, you don't really need your barricades for Overshields just for this season. I think a Prismatic build is a very solid option. I'll go over my fragments, aspects and everything like that. So as we've already touched on, I like to pair this up with Drenger's Lash. This is going to suspend, create your Tangles, and it also creates Diamond Lances at the same time. So you get Tangles and Diamond Lances. I quite like Diamond Lances, very good for control. I also pair it up with a Suppressor Grenade. This is very underrated. Shield Throw, again for your Overshields. Faceted Protection, while surrounded by combatants, you are more resistance. On top of your Void Overshields, you're extremely tanky with that fragment on. Faceted Balance works really nicely because you're going to get a lot of light damage kills via your Void weapon, so you're going to get loads and loads of melee energy back for your Shield Throw. Faceted Purpose, which we've touched on, to pick up an orb for Void Overshield. We're going to get loads of orbs via the mods that I'll be showing you in a moment as well. Facet of Solitude, landed rapid precision hits, emits a severing burst, so you can also sever with your shotgun and other weapons. And then Facet of Dominance, your void grenades weaken targets, i.e. my suppressor grenade is going to weaken, just a bit of extra damage. And then finally, Facet of Dawn, every time I use my shield throw, I'm going to get Radiant, which is an extra 25% damage. I'll leave my mods, all my seasonal artifact perks in a little screenshot. I'll also leave my customization. Backup plans have a void sort of glow on them, so I thought I'd go with the Candescent Prism setup. Just basically now, I've just got a few little sort of clips working in the Warden of Nothing GM. Again, obviously Warden of Nothing GM, you've got all different types of champions. But, like, again, the control, and I keep saying it, of the Drenker's Lash and the Diamond Lances, it just literally stops things dead. And the damage output on the shotgun is absolutely immense. Very easy to get a Void Overshield to proc that 35% damage minimum, plus all your weakening effects as well. Very good for champions, and it's also pretty good for like bosses and mages as well. You can sort of sit back. I didn't have my Night Sworn Sight active here, so I wasn't actually getting the full damage of the build, but I was still able to get rid of that sort of tanky target pretty easily. But that pretty much wraps up the video. As always, I'll leave a dim link in the video description. I will also be making a Mobalytics link for this video as well. If you enjoyed the video, let me know. I'm always happy for a subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.